Hi everyone, I am here with a video on my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes. I have quite a few. As you guys know, I have a little bit of an addiction problem with buying eyeshadow palettes. I know I don't need any more, but I just can't help myself. So you've probably seen in some of my other videos that I have quite a few. So I wanted to kind of go through some of my all-time favorites, why I like them. I have a few drugstore and then a few kind of middle of the road and then some high-end ones. But I think there's a little bit of something here for everyone. So let's start out with the drugstore ones. I have three, just because I don't have a whole lot of drugstore palettes, but the ones that I do have I really love. The first ones, well the first three, they're all Wet n Wild. I think these are amazing bang for your buck. They're under $5. I think these ones are about $3 or $4 and these are $4 or $5. And the color pigmentation is crazy. My favorite are these two right here. This one is the Vanity palette. And I don't know if they discontinued this. I still see them every once in a while in the drugstore, so keep your eye out because some of them have them, some of them don't. And then the other one is Lust, which is a gorgeous purple. And this one is really great. It has some dupes for MAC shadows. I know that this one is very similar to Yogurt from MAC. This is a great one for Vibrant Grape from MAC, either Vibrant Grape or Fig one. This is a great one for Intoxicate from MAC, Beauty Marked from MAC, and Night Divine from MAC. So there's a ton of MAC dupes, and the palette is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I've done quite a few looks with it too, so I'll link those down below. Also, the Vanity palette is just great. It has I really like it because it has this mid-tone brown and then it has a matte cream shade. This kind of reminds me of Handwritten from MAC. And then you have like a gorgeous kind of gold and kind of reddish toned browns there. So really, really pretty. Love these, highly recommend them. And then the other one is the Petal Pushers. As you'll see, I really love purples. This one is just absolutely gorgeous. I recently did a tutorial with this. You have a nice brow bone highlight that has a little bit of shimmer but not much. A really gorgeous kind of pearlescent pink. This color here is very similar to Tracks from MAC. This one again is a Beauty Marked from MAC. This reminds me of Black Tide from MAC, which is black with some silver sparkles. Yeah, just great MAC dupes if you don't want to purchase the MAC shadows. So really love this, very pigmented, very inexpensive, and I just really, really love them. The next that is kind of drugstore, you can purchase these in the UK or online from sleekmakeup.com. This is the Sleek Storm palette. This is probably one of my favorites. And the eyeshadows are just so buttery. They almost feel like they're cream shadows, but they're not. This again is the Storm palette, trying not to blind you. I love these. These two shades right here are probably some of my favorite. They're just beautiful, kind of mauve-y, taupey pinks. You have a gorgeous blue, you have a matte brown, you have a matte black, a matte darker brown. Just a really nice blend of neutrals with, you know, some blues and greens in there too. So I really love this. I think they're $10, which is really, really cheap. Shipping's 10 bucks, but if you buy a few things, the $10 shipping doesn't really seem that bad considering these are only $10. So I love that palette. Now kind of into the high-end palettes. I don't really know all the prices offhand. I'll start with this one because this one you can get at a really good price. This is the Nude Tude palette from the Balm. You can purchase these on HotLook. HotLook is flash. I'll leave the link down below, but it's kind of flash sales, so different sales come up every day or every other day. So the Balm is on there all the time. And I think it's normally like $38 for this palette. I want to say you can get it for like under 20 or so on HotLook. I used this today for my eye look, which I'll link the tutorial down below. But it's just gorgeous neutrals. I am in love with this shade right here called Sexy. It's a really pretty kind of matte burgundy cranberry color. I'm using that today. This taupe is absolutely amazing. They're super pigmented, super blendable. I just really love it. I love that it has a matte brown, it has a matte dark brown and black, in which I use those for liners all the time. You have these really pretty light champagne shimmery shades too. So I really love this. Again, you can get it on HotLook or Outlook or Outlook or whatever it's called, you know, when they have the flash sales. Otherwise, you can purchase it from, I think, Sephora and the Balm smashbox.com. You like that? All right, so the next thing, I don't know if this is still available. I want to say maybe yes, it is. I purchased this at Sephora back in May. This is the Shades of Fame from Smashbox. This palette is phenomenal. It is very reminiscent of the Too Faced Summer Eyes palette just because it has this fun blue and then this sherbet color, but the shadows are crazy pigmented and it comes with a liner too, which is great. You have a nice matte brow bone, a nice matte blending color, which I always love those in a palette. Like you can create a full look with this. It has this really pretty taupe, or not taupe, bronze color, a really nice matte brown. Actually, yeah, it's pretty matte. Mocha is pretty matte, just has a tiny bit of shimmer sparkle, but not like really glittery. This color Sandstone is really pretty. And then you have two gel liners, which I just use those as bases. So this is a really awesome palette. I really am happy that I purchased it. And it did come with a small little primer too. So, oh, and let me swatch this blue color. That blue is just amazing. And then this is the orange. So just super, super pretty shades. I mean, I absolutely love this palette. So if you want something that is neutral but has some fun shades in there, that's a great one. The other two are, no surprise, the Naked palettes. I love these. I purchased the Naked One palette back when it first came out. It's just a really amazing palette. You have two matte, nice mid-tone brown shades. You have some fun shimmery shades. You have some bronzy shades. You have these gorgeous pinky taupe shades, a nice black and a nice dark charcoal silvery gray color. You've all seen this, so I probably don't need to go into too much detail, but this is a really great palette. They're about $50. It comes with a brush and it also comes with a little primer potion. So, you know, you can do a complete look with this palette as well. The other one would be the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. This again came with a brush and a primer potion. This one is a little bit more of the cool tones. So you have kind of like the silvery icy colors, some taupey shades, but you still have these really pretty like taupey pink plummy shades, which are my favorite. So if you kind of compare them side by side, that's what they look like. I love these. I love them both. In my opinion, you need both, but you know, just depends on what you like. If you're more cool toned or warm toned. I honestly wear either one, so I love those. Another palette is the Too Faced Natural at Night palette. This is a really fun neutral palette as well. The nice thing about this one is it kind of throws in some of these really pretty olivey greens, which are a little out of my comfort zone. Fun to play around with. You'll see a common theme is I love these taupey pink shades, like the taupey, I can't even think of the right word for them, but they're kind of like a pink hued taupe-y browny bronze maybe? I don't know. I just love them. I think this palette is really, really fun. You can do like a really soft natural look, you can do a really dramatic look, and I like that they kind of threw in these olivey greens too, because that's something a little different that you don't usually see in kind of a neutral palette. So I really like that. Stila. I couldn't do this without throwing in a Stila palette. This is one of my favorites. I have all four of them, but this one I really, really love, and you'll see why. This is the In the Moment palette. And again, it has beautiful purples. I love purples. That's probably purples and bronzy colors are my favorite to wear. So it's got beautiful purples. It has this gorgeous golden shade. It has that pinky taupe color that I'm obsessed with. This really nice black eyeshadow with some kind of purple sparkles in it. It's really pretty. And then you have this kind of like, I don't know, dusty, plummy, dirty purple color, I guess. But you do have like a nice shimmery highlight and you have a nice matte highlight. I did a tutorial using this. I'll link that down below too. If I've done any tutorials using these palettes, I'll make sure to link them down below. But I love this. It just kind of depends on what you like. They have one that has more green tones in it. They have a matte one and then they have a neutral natural one. So I just really love these. I love the purple colors. Easy to blend, super pigmented, also comes with a liner too. The next two are my most recent palette purchases. This is the Too Faced Sexy or Return of Sexy palette. It is, I really love it. I really love it. It's very, very reminiscent of the Lancome shadows. These are very reminiscent of like the style of the Lancome, what are these called, Color Design, which I kind of forgot that I had these. They were in a drawer and they're very expensive. They're very beautiful. And let me open this up so you can kind of see. The layout of them is very, very similar. And so as you can see there, I mean, they're almost identical as far as how they lay out the shadows. I think the shadow pigmentation is just as good, but for one of these you could buy this. So it has gorgeous bronzes, like bronzy golden shades, which are fabulous, beautiful purples, and then really fun like silvery taupe colors. So you can get a really beautiful look. You can do light eyes, you can do a dark smoky eye. The only complaint about this palette is this is like your only matte shade, and it's kind of a shimmery shade. It's not glittery, but it does have a little sheen to it. So this is definitely a palette that I would need to incorporate some matte shades to get a full look out of, but you have such a beautiful variety of colors that you could really do so many different looks, like mixing and matching the different color palettes. So you could do like bronze and purples, you could do silvers and purples, taupes and purples. You know, there's just all kinds of stuff you can do with it. So I really love this. It comes with the Too Faced eyeliner, which I had never tried before. And let me tell you, that eyeliner is amazing. It's amazing. That's all I can say. Let me see if I can find it offhand really quickly. Here it is, the Too Faced Perfect Black. This is the most creamiest, blackest, long-wearing, amazing liner ever. It's so perfect for the waterline. I absolutely love it. So that comes with it too. A lot of these come with eyeliners, which is great. The last palette is my Lorac Pro Palette, and I love this palette. It's so perfect for anyone that just, if you were to purchase like just one palette, you have a pretty basic eye look, you really like neutrals, but you want to get complete looks with one palette, this is the palette. You have a full row of mattes and a full row of shimmer, and really you could come up with any look you could possibly think of. You have just these two colors are amazing. It's light pink and mauve. One of my favorite things to do is blend those two together and use that as my crease color. They're just really, really pretty, super pigmented. I love them. The shimmer shades are great. Very, very pigmented, very soft, very blendable. Did this come with something? I don't know if it came, I can't remember if it came with a liner or a primer or something like that. But I really, really love this. This is definitely a palette you can get many, many complete looks with because you have a nice range of shimmer and matte shadows. And like I said, these two are my favorite to pair together because you can do like endless amount of looks with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful. These are kind of like my favorite go-to palettes. These are the palettes that I find when I do my weekly makeup basket, I'm wanting to pull these out and I'm forcing myself to use other palettes. I know there was quite a lot here, but I just kind of wanted to show you a variety of different brands, different price points, and something a little different that's not always talked about on YouTube, because I know YouTube is very, very heavy on the Urban Decay Naked palettes, which are amazing palettes, but there are other great palettes out there too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know what some of your favorite makeup palettes are, eyeshadow palettes. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on those. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!